We begin tonight's show in Portland's Old Town. It's been just over a month since the city enacted a daytime ban on homeless camping. But has anything actually been done? There are still tents dotting many of the sidewalks with limited options for shelter. Now, the city says they're taking the summer to teach homeless people about this ban before they enforce it. But what we found was something far from that.
Now to our homeless crisis. Drive around Portland or on any of the interstates and you'll see evidence of homeless people camping right by the road or along the on-ramps or exit ramps. That is dangerous for the campers. Now, let's talk about the homeless crisis and some news from federal court this week that greatly affects homeless policy all across the West Coast. There's a reason that police cannot simply arrest someone for camping on public property at any time of day. It's because of a key court ruling.
I spoke to a local shelter and people living on the street who say this jump in homelessness may be caused by mental health issues and rising rents.
Mental health component is really important because 9 times out of 10, someone's screaming and yelling, they just need something to drink or something to eat.
This is the scene under the West Salem Bridge. Piles of trash, a lawnmower, and more trash, even a computer keyboard. It has been home for several dozen people here during the last several months. This week it has become such a health concern that the city of Salem has asked everyone here to move along.
Every day in Portland, Oregon's Multnomah County, more than 6,000 people are experiencing homelessness. Now, as calls from some residents and business owners to clear encampments intensify, the city has passed a law making camping during the daytime illegal and putting extensive new restrictions on nighttime camping.
Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler started tightening the rules around homelessness back in May to align with new state requirements. He proposed a ban on daytime camping on city property from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. If homeless people refuse, they're given 2 warnings. If they disobey again, they could face potential jail time or a $100 fine.
ODOT and the city removed those camps sporadically, but now those removals from ODOT property, they're on hold. And as Blair Best reports, it's all because the city and ODOT have run out of money to remove them. If there's a lack of shelter beds, in other words, nowhere else for that person to go. The judges declared that charging someone with a crime for sleeping outside when they have no other choice is really a violation of the 8th Amendment, meaning it qualifies as cruel and unusual punishment.
Portland State University has a homelessness research and action collaborative. They say the number of people living on the streets in Oregon increased by 8.5% from 2022 to 2023. But according to the report, the state only has enough shelter beds for 42% of unhoused people.
Cleanup began just after sunrise. Most of the people living under the Marion Street Bridge had moved on by this morning's everybody out by 8:30 order. And in their wake, they leave behind personal belongings, food waste, and lots of garbage. Social service workers helped start the trash cleanup. A prison work crew is scheduled to finish.
Those who repeatedly violate the law can face a $100 fine or up to 30 days in jail. Legal advocates for the unhoused say those fines and the law's ambiguous overnight camping restrictions could help render it unconstitutional.